Today it is December 23rd, the actual day of Festivus, and no Festivus is complete without the airing of grievances. So you can tweet us your issues all morning long. Just use the hashtag #FootballFestivus.
Remember how we got here today? We showed the world who the best is, and that's us.
Throws down the slot. Touchdown! That's the dagger right there.
He looks, he pumps, throws for the end zone. Touchdown!
Drew Brees has done it! The NFL's all-time leading passer.
Ben gets the snap. He runs. He dives. He's in!
Wide open for the touchdown! Touchdown, Antonio Brown!
There's only one word that comes to mind. Greatness.
Ben and Brees going head-to-head for the 5th time. They're two of the best to ever do it, both in the top 10 in quarterback wins, completions, passing yards, and touchdowns. It's going to be a show today at the Superdome, and that gets us to Go Route, presented by Lexus. And we're going to keep it with the Steelers and the Saints. Basically, put up 60 seconds on the clock. I ask the questions. You guys give the answers. Here we go. All right, Mike Robb, you're up first.
What's up?
Which quarterback would you rather have right now with the game on the line, Drew Brees or Ben Roethlisberger?
That's a tough one. Yeah, that's a tough one. Both of these quarterbacks are Hall of Fame quarterbacks, but I'm going to have to go with Ben Roethlisberger simply because when the play breaks down, this guy, his ability to extend plays is phenomenal. And he always gets the explosive pass downfield. And D, you know being a defensive guy, how the unpredictability of a guy like Ben Roethlisberger give defenses trouble at the end of games.
See, a lot of people don't know that. Well, some people do. Mike Robb was a quarterback. He liked to extend the play the same way. So I knew he was going with Big Ben. I'm going with Drew Brees because at the end of the day, there's not a more efficient quarterback than Drew Brees. He doesn't really get the credit when you talk about the Tom Bradys and the Peyton Mannings in that wheelhouse. But to me, I think Drew Brees has a chance to win a Super Bowl this year to really etch his name in history as one of the GOATs along with the rest of those
So
guys.
you taking
I'm taking Drew Brees.
For both of these quarterbacks, though.
And Ben was in my draft class, and so I got a little love and allegiance to him, but I'm taking Drew Brees.
I feel like we need to know the scenario, too. Like, is it at the Superdome?
That's what I'm
saying. Is Ben Roethlisberger on the road, like against bad competition? Who knows? A lot of these things.
See, look at you.
Things change. All right, D'Angelo, here we go. There are some awesome receivers in this game coming up. So who is the toughest to cover today?
I'm going to say the toughest to cover today is Juju. And the reason is AB is going to get a lot of double teams. Everyone's going to always know where he is. So just like Batman has Robin, AB has Juju. Juju is going to get that number 2 corner, and he's going to win that matchup, and he's going to be the hardest one, I think, to cover on that field.
Yeah, Juju Smith-Schuster, this dude owns the middle of the field. But for me, I'm going to have to go with Alvin Kamara. And I know y'all saying, what? This ain't no wide receiver. He essentially is the number 2 wide receiver on the New Orleans Saints football team. And when you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, 2 out of 3 games, they have allowed almost 100 yards to running backs in pass coverage. And they just spot drop, right? So I can see Alvin Kamara swinging out of the backfield, doing his little choice route, getting the football. And then when he gets the ball in his hands, bro, he is a tough tackle. It's not easy to bring this guy down. He's powerful, and you don't just get a clean hit on him. For that, I go with Alvin Kamara.
All right, that's fine. How about this one? I got one more for you, okay? Who has the most yards from scrimmage today? Same guy?
No, I'm not going to go with the same guy, even though that would have been a great guess. I'm going to go with Jalen Samuels. And now y'all saying, who is that? He was the running back last week that ran for all of those yards against the New England Patriots. And the reason why I think that this kid really, really can do damage today, he's a former tight end in college. He understands how to line up like a wide receiver. He's not a fish out of water when he's in space, right? So he can catch the ball out of the backfield. And I think when he's running the football, he's a lot more patient of a runner than James Conner. He comes from the Le'Veon Bell school of running the football. So for that, I like Jalen Samuels.
It's funny, too, because he was still labeled as a tight end during the draft.
I know.
It worked out as a tight end at the
football.
I'm going with Alvin Kamara.
Okay.
And it's because of all of those reasons you said in the spot before. Alvin Kamara is a matchup nightmare, and he's going to get a chance to run the ball. He's going to get a chance to catch the ball. I know they have Mark Ingram there as well, who's going to be running the ball too. But Alvin Kamara is going to He's going to compile a lot of yards in this game.
I don't think we paid attention to the clock at all, and I never said go, even though this is go route, but there's always next week. Coming up, gang, we know Patrick Mahomes is lighting it up. We also know he's never faced the 12s before, so we're in Seattle for this prime time showdown.
Yeah, he's going to have some problems.
And Matt Ryan's not winning a ring this year, but he could still get you a fantasy title if you trust him. Adam Rank has some answers. And more to come still after this.